Believe what just happened. I'm over here trying to make my matcha and I was shaking it up in my little blender bottle here and the whole thing just exploded because it's green. Like, oh my gosh, that is disgusting. It got all over my I'm in class right now, hold on. Okay, so this is the Swoon matcha lemonade. This is made with the Chamberlain coffee matcha. I got this for like alternative days when I don't want as much caffeine. You guys know me and my caffeine conversations, but I think this has like this has 70 milligrams of caffeine, but it's clean caffeine. It doesn't do what I need it to do. Like I never really feel it. So what I'm gonna do is basically use it as a base for my matcha and kind of do like my own matcha lemonade. So this is more matcha. Again, this is my Vital Protein collagen matcha, which is great because it's a 2-in-1. And then I'm just gonna add this to it. And let's see. I've also done this with like leftover Celsius, and that's also really good. Let's see. It's good. It has a different sweetness to it. This right here, why did nobody tell me about this? This is literally like, if you don't like coffee, if you don't like the taste of matcha, like this is just, it's heaven sent. It makes everything taste good. It's gonna fit. Oh, come on. I don't know. There's my at-home matcha lemonade. I'm gonna get back to class and I'll talk to you guys later.
This phenomena called gene dosage, right? So what is the gene dosage? That means how much of the gene is present.
So it's been a couple days since I have picked up the camera because I've just been like low on energy, and not like in a bad way, but just like really tired recently, and I don't know why. So I just wanted to like conserve my energy. So after I talked to you guys on Saturday here on the couch and I was watching my show, and then I went to sleep. I didn't do much, but then Sunday I was like, okay, I really need to like do a Sunday reset. I've been meaning to do these things for a while. And I like spent my whole day working. Like, I mean, I changed my sheets, I like swept everything, like just a really, really deep clean. And I was exhausted afterwards. And even just like, it's really interesting because right now I'm uploading my vlog so much later, and I'm trying to catch up, but it's taking me so long to edit my videos, and so they're going up like once every 2 weeks, but I'm like filming a lot, so I'm like, do I stop filming? But then I don't want to miss things. Anyway, I say that to say that I uploaded a video and it was like literally 2 months ago, but I was just like, that was probably the worst week that I had eating wise, where I was just, it was the full week in my life and I literally was just eating frozen foods. Otherwise I've been doing really good at preparing healthy, full balanced meals or whatever. Or again, just not eating at all, which is bad, but not, well, I guess it's probably worse than just eating frozen foods. Anyway, the point is that there were a few people in the comments like, you know, you need to fill your body and nourish it, da, 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 da. And I'm like, girl, that was just 1 week and that was, looking back on it, I'm like, that was probably the hardest week of the program thus far. And I think me also filming it made it harder, but having multiple classes that went till 6 p.m., that rarely happens, and having multiple in 1 week and then a full week of classes, like well, the quiz on Monday, it was just like a lot. Anyway, I really want to meal prep on Sunday. I want to make a good dinner, and I did. I made myself that steak dinner. That steak was so good. Oh my gosh! Normally I'll make like 2 steaks. This time I only did one because it was like whatever. I wish I made 2. It was so good, child. The onions on it, like I made it to perfection. It was so good. And then I made salmon. Anyway, the point is, what is the point of this? The point is that I had a really, really like productive Sunday, but Monday I was like exhausted. I was like, I have my stuff together. My apartment is clean. I have food, but I'm not like well rested. So Monday I gave myself some grace, and after classes I rested. Then is today Wednesday? Okay, today is Wednesday. I thought today was Tuesday. I was like, that doesn't make any sense though. Okay, Tuesday I went to class downstairs, and then all the pods were full again, and I just have really been enjoying being in my apartment, which is a good thing and not a good thing. It's like, Brelynn, like, go outside, like get outside this apartment. But because I cleaned it and it's just so nice, and y'all put these new air fresheners in, I think it's firewood marked. I'll put it on the screen. Y'all know what it is because it's a common one, but I don't think I ever got them in an air freshener, and they smell so good. Like whatever ones I had in before, trash. Like these, as soon as I walk in, I smell it. If I go into another room and I come back, I smell like it takes up the whole apartment, and it just smells so good, and it's just warm and cozy. TaskRabbit came and put this together. Ooh, isn't it so nice? So I got this off of Amazon. I'll leave a link down below, but I feel like it just puts this whole area, like it just brings it together. Now, I don't know if I'm going to keep this chair or not. Whenever anybody comes, they actually really like to sit down right there. It doesn't really, like, it matches the aesthetic, but it's not like a nice chair, you know? I feel like I should fold it up and just bring it out if I had a lot of people here and I needed another place for somebody to sit. But either way, I did not think it was going to fit here, and it's literally just been in a box there for a long time. A part of my long Sunday to-do list, I ordered a TaskRabbit, and he came yesterday, and he put this together, and it took him a long time. Like, he was kind of frustrated, which made me really uncomfortable. I was like, this is literally your job. Like, and I tried to get my brother and my cousin to do it, and both of them were kind of like, it's too many pieces, it's like kind of confusing or whatever. So he came and he did it, and I'm glad that it is together and it's up and it looks good. It's also been really gloomy the past couple of days, which also played a part, and I'm like, I just want to be in my apartment. But yesterday, like I said, it was beautiful. It was like 75 degrees. So when I was out on the rooftop, I was just like, oh, it feels so nice outside. I think it's going to be a little bit cooler today, but I want to also make it a point to go outside today, and again, just like be outside while I can. Oh, it's a high of 70, so it's like 65 right now, which is not warm enough for me. But it's just gonna get colder and colder and colder. The leaves outside of my window are yellow and orange and red, and so it's so pretty. So I'm like, I should like go outside instead of just looking outside. But anyway, I think that's pretty much the update on everything. The apartment is just really clean and it's coming together. I've got my new TV stand. Oh my gosh, yesterday we had our last, I just want to sit here and chill. This class is about to start. I just finished cell and molecular biology. My next class is physiology, but y'all, yesterday we had our last biochemistry class. Like, I knew it was happening only because my friend said it in our study group. She was just like, we have a quiz. We have one quiz today on Thursday, which is tomorrow, and that's in biochemistry. That's quiz 5, and there are 5 quizzes in each class. So I was like, oh my gosh, like we're coming to the end of that content. But it's like we're doing a quiz 5 on the last half of the content that we learned in this block, and then I think maybe there's one more week where we're gonna have 3 quizzes and maybe some classes or something. I need to look at my schedule. But then the next week after that, we take exams, and then the semester is over. Like, the semester is almost over. We just took our last biochemistry class. Like, I'm like, things are going by so fast. By the way, I have a pimple patch on. I'm like, oh my gosh, like things are going by so fast. Like, we're literally almost done the semester. We have finished all of the content in one of our classes. I'm like freaking out because I'm just like, I feel like I just be letting days go by and I don't be vlogging. And like I said, like I'm so glad I vlogged that 1 week because it was just like, it's the only week that I've vlogged the full week. And I'm like, things just change every week. Something is different every week. And I don't know, I'm just like in a really weird headspace. Like I can't believe this semester is almost over. I knew that this program,
in which case,
he's starting already. I knew this program was going to go by fast because it's super accelerated, but I just can't believe it. Like the leaves are changing. The semester is almost over. It's literally November. We're about to take our last quizzes and then our last exams, and then the semester is over. And I'm also having a lot of anxiety about the MCAT because I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I keep talking about it because it's just like this looming thing. Like as the semester ends, I'm in such a great place right now because I'm like, I just feel so good working towards my goals, and you know, I'm just in peace in my apartment, and it's just like I'm doing well in school, and it's like everything right now is going good, and I just want it to continue going good. And I'm really like trying to get my mind, my soul, my body, my spirit ready like for this next season because of trauma, right? Like, can we be honest? Like last time me taking the MCAT was traumatic, and a big reason why I considered not doing this program was because I was going to have to take the MCAT over again. But I also wanted to overcome this fear. I'm like, I have to get over this because there are going to be so many other huge exams that I have to take. And yes, the MCAT is unfair, and yes, blah, 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 blah. But I have to do it. Like, even though I didn't have to do it, I could have chosen another option where I didn't have to do it. I felt like for me, I have to overcome this irrational, it's a rational fear. It's a rational fear. My body is justified in acting the way that it's acting, but I can overcome it. I don't know why I want to cry. I'm like, I'm smart. I can do this. Oh my gosh. I'm like, but yeah, I'm really just like trying to mentally like muster up the courage to enter this new season. And I'm like trying to hold on to this old season because I'm like, this season has been good to me. Like, yeah, it was rough, and yeah, it's tough, and sometimes I'm like so mentally drained and whatever, but I'm like, I will take this any day, feeling like, again, I'm working towards my goal, becoming a doctor, getting into medical school. But it's like that MCAT period, I just don't want to do it. And it's going to be quick, and it's going to be fast, and it's going to be dark. It's like it's getting dark sooner, and I'm like, oh, the seasonal depression. It's like, but I don't want to freak out. I'm going to go to class. Thanks for listening. I've been experiencing a lot of like emotional flashbacks and also a lot of emotions after homecoming, like I mentioned earlier in this vlog. So I need to talk it out because we're nearing the end of this season and the beginning of a new season, and it's scary, but the only way through it is through it. So funny because I don't know about you guys, but PMS be getting me, child. Do y'all see this? This is my Flow app. You might notice some mood swings today. Yeah. You think?
I want you to breathe me. Let me be your air. Let me roam your body freely. No inhibition, no fear. How deep is your love? Is it like the ocean? What devotion are you? How deep is your love? Is it like Nirvana? Hit me harder again. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? How deep is your love?
Hey, it's lunchtime. I decided since for today's schedule we don't have evening classes, so I'm done with my classes for today, which I am very grateful for because, I mean, you know, just having an early day doesn't happen too often. So I'm gonna make me a salad for lunch today since I have more time. Honestly, haven't been eating salads a lot. I've been getting 5 freshly meals a week, so yeah. But I'm gonna try, oh, this is something that we can talk about. I'm gonna try and do like a no spend November. I know that's kind of a thing, but I just feel like, dang, I'm over here cutting vegetables looking like what's his name? I don't know who I'm talking about from the Proud Family. Why is his name completely escaping me right now? Do you see what I'm saying? I just like don't feel, my mind is just like, oh, it was so hard to pay attention during class today. I'm just like, oh my gosh, save me. But I looked at my tracker because I've been tracking my mood and just feelings for about a month now, because I'm very curious to know like how my mind and my body is responding to PMS. Because I know people joke and they be like, oh, okay, like it's because I started my period. But really, especially when I watch back vlogs and stuff, and I'm like, oh gosh, I was really like overreacting or this or that. And then next thing I know, it's because I was starting my period. And I'm like, how much does my mood really change? I think it's just important for me because I can be a bit, hey, I can do a bit much. Ooh, styrofoam. So I've been tracking my mood, but it's been less than a month, so I don't have any conclusions yet. But I'm very curious to know if that's what it is. Like, is it fogginess? Because I'm like, because my Flow app literally said today, after I got off almost crying to you guys from the last clip, my Flow app was like, expect mood swings today. And I was like, see, this is important. Like, it's actually really crazy how much women have to go through. But I can't complain. My cramps, you know, they're bad for that first day, but they're not that bad. My flow is light relatively to other people, so I don't really like to complain. But there's a lot of parts of your reproductive system, as I know very well. So I just think it's interesting. I just want to pay more attention to it. With that being said, with me feeling like very like lethargic and fatigued, a little bit tired, emotional, I think it's best that I eat a salad instead of like, you know, something, you guys know, especially with the freshly meals, I do a lot of pastas, and I just want to kind of fuel my body to work with me. Like, I want to work with my body. I want to fuel it so that it's not acting all crazy, because yeah, because I feel a little crazy. Y'all, even got rotisserie chicken, fried chicken today, so this is going to be really good. And I had an avocado toast for breakfast this morning. I didn't plan on vlogging today. I would have shown you guys. It was so good. Like, what, the avocado, what? The avocado toast looks so good. And finally, my avocado is ripe. Back to me budgeting. One, I'm really trying to eat my groceries and not waste them, because when I looked at my budget, I was like, oh my gosh, I went grocery shopping so many times in the month of October. Even when I wasn't here for a week, I went grocery shopping in Atlanta. And it's like, that's a lot of money, you know? That's a lot of money. And especially when food goes bad or you don't eat it all. So I'm like, yeah, no. Especially my bread. I'm going to try and only get like one, maybe two, maybe really just needs to be one bread per like grocery trip. But then it's like, that means one bread for 2 weeks, because I need to stop going every week and going every 2 weeks. Because what the heck are you doing? Like, no, it's just, groceries are too expensive right now. I'm on a budget. Good. Oh, and you guys, I mentioned this on my Instagram story, which if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me over there at Brelynn Hunt. Because one of you guys, we talked about this last time I was making a salad in a vlog, how I love the avocado lime ranch dressing from Chick-fil-A. And I was like, when are they going to make it into a salad dressing like that we can buy Chick-fil-A sauce, blah, blah, blah. They made it into a salad dressing. It's not coming until I think like spring of 2023. That'll be here before you know it. But by the way, don't look at my hair. I'm in the comfort of my own home. You see we got the pigtails. I'm not judging you in your own home, so I hope you're not judging me. Okay. But yeah, how exciting. The dressing is there. A lot of you guys were like, yes, I feel the same way. Like, I love that dressing. That dressing is bomb. So something to look forward to. It's going to be a while until we get it, but at least we know it's on its way. And I really feel like, ask God and you shall receive. Amen. Because on who, literally the week that I uploaded that video, they announced it. Ask God and you shall receive. That's all I'm saying.
He's also a full-service jeweler, and they have personalization, engraving, and customization to make sure that you get the perfect gift.
Hi, Melanie. I was calling to do a luggage claim.
A Southwest flight attendant, and I have a solution to your problem. Southwest offers in-flight entertainment on all Wi-Fi-enabled planes. Use your own device to watch free live TV and get internet access. It's all the entertainment you ever need in the air, so you won't ever have to miss your favorite show because of takeoff.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Yes, happy birthday. Look at you.
I'm just so thankful. I can't even believe I'm 27. I had to pull out the calculator this morning to just make sure.
Now, wait a minute. So it's 19. So you telling me. Good morning. Happy Monday. It's like a week and a half later. I've been, I don't know, wanting to pick up the camera, but I don't know, a lot's been going on mentally up here with me. So yeah, sometimes I didn't have a reason to. I've been procrastinating, doing a lot of things. I don't know, but today's Monday and I'm about to take my class for the morning. Well, first I'm about to eat breakfast and I'm going to take class. I just opened up, it's really nice, our executive board for the MHS program. They send us like weekly updates for the program. So I was reading it while I was eating my breakfast and just kind of thinking like, oh my gosh, I have to pick you guys up because it literally says here, we are entering the final stretch. This week will be busy with 3 quizzes, exam reviews, and our admissions meeting. I hope you all can remain calm amongst the chaos and remember to stay centered. You are built for this and God will not give us more than we can handle. This is what I'm saying when I love my class. Like, this is exactly what I need to read on a Monday morning before a week like this. So today we only have 1 class and then we have a break, and then like I said, we have that admissions meeting with the admissions team at Meharry, which I'm super excited about. Like, this whole time I've just been focusing on school stuff, and so today we are going to meet with the people who are going to decide whether or not we're getting into the medical school or not, and they're going to let us know like what exactly we should be putting on our MCAT application and just like the process and everything. I don't fully know what the meeting is going to be, but that's what I assume. And so a lot of people have been messaging me. I get it, obviously, like a lot of you guys who are also pre-med too, especially if you're wanting to go to an HBCU medical school, you, like me, have been like obsessed with the Meharry program. And similar to how I felt before I went to Spelman, where it's like there's not much about this program online. It's like, it's just, how do I get in? What do I do? What do I say? What does it mean? It's not like an official, okay, if you get a 3.5 and you get the MCAT score, like you're in our medical program. I may not know if I'm accepted to medical school until June, so I can't necessarily recommend it for you guys just yet. But if you want to stay along my process with me, this is a really big part of that process because I'll be able to learn today exactly what they're looking for and stuff like that. So I'm excited about that. I actually haven't submitted my MCAT application yet. It is November. It is extremely late, but there's only a few schools that are going to accept my MCAT application with a MCAT in January, which I really shouldn't be going into all these details, but I feel like maybe it's important for this video if you're watching it. I think this is a really great reason why some people ask me like, why do this program instead of just like taking the time off to study for the MCAT on your own? Even though this program isn't considered to be like a direct linkage to their medical school, it is very much so a shortcut. It's allowing me direct access to the admissions team for the medical school that I want to go to. It's allowing me time to study for the MCAT while also getting good grades in graduate level courses. In my last master's program, I was getting grades in my graduate courses, but then I had the grades and I was looking around like, admissions team, please look at me. Nobody would look at me. Probably around June when I get into medical school, Lord willing, I will explain it more in detail for you guys as to why I feel like this was a good decision for me, and depending on where you are, if it's a good decision for you. But for now, I'm still in the middle of it, so I know you guys are like blowing me up on Instagram, asking me questions, and it's like I don't have all the answers. I'm just going through it and praying for the best. Class is starting now. I'm gonna log in, and I'll talk to you guys afterwards when it's closer to our admissions meeting.
Measuring CD4, CD4 count, and then very low PDB. Real-time PCR detecting how much virus in our clinic, usually HIV would not be tested. However, for special population, it's a year's development, and eventually we're fortunate to see HIV drug is so effective that we can control, with the post-case, right? It's not like we can control 100%, but we can control all this transmission will not happen. So it's a very good drug, and actually it's a combination drug. So this is the HIV viral vaccine. It's very convenient to us. I showed it.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I've been over here working on my application. I decided that I wanted to include a section for my activities from me doing like all of my service stuff with March of Dimes, right? That just seemed like it made sense. Like, I've raised a lot of money, it's volunteering, I'm a national ambassador, and like I tell you guys, doing this stuff, this is like my old application. It takes a lot of time to do this. So like just sitting through, I added all my other classes. I've just been really procrastinating. A lot of it is because it gives me anxiety. Other times, like, I just don't have enough, like, I wouldn't say I don't have enough time. I just don't, and I hate to say I don't prioritize it, but I just focus more on like the day-to-day tasks that like need to get done that day. And normally it's like studying or doing something like that, and it's not necessarily things from my application. Yeah, so yeah, it just keeps getting pushed more and more to the side, but ultimately I know that no medical school is going to be able to look at my application until my MCAT scores are in, which is in January. So I really just need to have my application, my primaries in before like their deadlines are over, which are like in December. So that's why I'm like, I need to get it in, I need to get it done, but it's also no rush. So I've just had like the longest to-do list. Right now I'm like emailing my professors, but I had to stop doing that because I was filling out my application. I redid one of my activities, I ordered all my transcripts, and then I added all of my Meharry classes for this semester and next semester. And then I looked up and oh my gosh, it's time for the meeting. So we do have to have our cameras on for this meeting, so I'm actually about to oh my gosh, why is Zoom installing updates right now? Okay, do I need to wet my hair? Is it too big? I have my question here, ready for me to ask, because you always ask a question. What time is it? Okay, 1:57. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Oh, child, people are in here waiting. Okay. Of course they are, right? I'm gonna move this over here so I have better lighting. What else do I want to do before we start? Put my camera on. Oh, I'm so nervous. Why am I nervous? Okay.
You guys look so nice and presentable. Hey guys.
That's our class president. I've been using this pre-medical student journal created by the student doctor. I've had this for years, but I really didn't use it before. But yeah, I'm gonna use this as I start studying for the MCAT. I'm gonna use one of these empty notepad pages in the notebook to take notes for this meeting. And I will let you guys know what they say after the meeting. What's the tea? I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's finally here. I've been waiting for this meeting literally since I got into the program. Okay, talk to you guys later. Hey y'all, it's later. I just went down and picked up my freshly packaged for the week, and I thought I would unbox it with you guys, show you our weekly lunch meals. Again, I will leave the link down below where you guys can get some money off if you want to try it out. I highly suggest it. Clearly I get it every week, so I must like it. You guys are probably like, girl, we don't care about that food. How was the meeting? The meeting went good. I would say that I definitely got my questions answered, the ones that I did have. The main question that I had was really just like, can I edit my MCAT application to submit my Meharry transcript at a later time and date? Because I didn't want to submit it with an empty transcript, but I want to submit it now so I could apply to other schools. And I can. So that was really my only question. I did write down some notes over here. Let me just say, my handwriting on the iPad is really good, but it really impacts my handwriting in a negative way, because when I write on regular paper, I'm like, yo, my handwriting slaps. Like, it looks so good when I can just write on regular paper. Anyway, so I have a page and a half of notes here, and I'm not gonna read everything to you guys. I know you wanna know, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. I was going to record, but just wanting to keep things like that they talked about that would answer your question on why this program is like helpful and important for somebody wanting to go into the medical or the dental program, is that you do receive right now, really? Sounds for the city. You do receive an expedited review with the admissions committee. So they're basically looking at our grades right now. And at the end of the fall semester, they put us in a list based off of our GPA. Then after we take the exam, the MCAT or the DAT, they put us basically like on a list as well. So if you receive the MCAT score and you have the GPA or the DAT score in the GPA, they basically like have you set aside on a list for like, these are people we're going to interview as soon as we get their spring grades. Now, the thing about this program is that it's like everything is shifted. So people who were originally applying to Meharry this same cycle, who will be in the class like with us, they may have already had their secondaries out, maybe waiting for an interview right now. And we will not get our interview no earlier than April, because we have to have our spring semester grades in first. But basically, there are seats waiting for us. And even if we end up being on the wait list, as long as we have the GPA and the MCAT score, like they will choose us for like the general population, even if we have the same statistics. So the wait list is ranked by the MCAT score, but as long as you have the score, yeah, everything else was pretty standard for just general admissions applications. So like, you know, make sure that you have good extracurriculars, make sure that you are, this is for us, making sure that we are having these relationships with the faculty, because a lot of these people who are teaching us, they are also teaching the M1s and they are on the admissions board and they will speak on our behalf. So make sure that we have relationships with them. Again, another great reason to do this program, like when can you say that you have a relationship with the professor who is also the person who is on the admissions board for the medical school that you want to go to? Like, it just only happens when you're in programs like this. Our primary application is due by December 15th. We are automatically flagged in the system because we are MHS students. Our secondary app is due January 15th, but they're going to kind of like all send to secondaries at the same time. We'll receive an interview after our final grades are in. So again, after April, during the interview and in our whole application, we should be pitching ourselves, saying why we're different from others. This should also be like in our personal statement. We do have to complete a Casper, which we don't have to do until the springtime. The interview will have the MMI, or like the multiple mini interview questions, which are like situational judgment questions similar to Casper. So not just like, hey, what's your favorite subject in school, but also if you were on an elevator and somebody fainted, what would you do? Like whatever. The interviews are between 30 minutes to 45 minutes. They can go up to an hour. She says that people can get in as early as April and as late as 2 weeks into orientation, which is crazy. So basically just like plan as if you're going to get in and start researching for your housing now. There's a minimum of 3 letters of recommendations, or letters of recommenders. 2 of them have to be science professors. 1 can be anything else. There's no maximum. They just have to be in by the deadline of the 15th, which is the primary application deadline. And again, just for your interview, being able to prepare, being able to address any red flags in your application, knowing your application inside and out. And if you have been able to look at your letters of recommendation, being able to see what they said about you. That was really it. So a lot of people ask a lot of questions, but again, they're things that were kind of just like general medical school, like how do I get into medical school questions, not necessarily like how do I get into Meharry Medical College, and especially how do I get in with this already head foot that I have in being an MHS. So overall, it was a good meeting. I feel good about it. I'm almost done my application now. I just have to send out the stuff to my recommenders. I sent out something to them in the beginning of the semester when I decided to come to Meharry to let them know, like, hey, in a couple of months when I fill out my application, I'll be asking you to resubmit my application, my letters of recommendations. I guess I'm kind of brain dead right now. Maybe I need to eat. I haven't eaten, and it's like I should have eaten 2 hours before the meeting and I waited until afterwards, and I haven't changed my clocks yet because daylight savings time happened on Sunday. So it's 3:30. I usually eat at 1. So my brain, and it's like technically my brain is still probably like it's 4:30. It's like, girl, why haven't you fed me yet? I know, calm down. Anyway, lunch for this week, we have the oven baked barbecue pork chop. I don't think I've had this one before, so this one is new, which is exciting. Let me tell you though, there was one, it was like a brisket or something, and it was so good. It also had barbecue on it, and I never make barbecue like chicken, or I never do barbecue myself. I'm usually not a fan of it, but every now and then if my mom will put barbecue on chicken, I'm like, okay, this is something different. But this was so good. Like I decided to get more meat because I've been getting like pasta all the time because they do those the best, but their meat is always really like just, they're cooked perfectly. It's like juicy. Yeah, it's like as long as you can get a really good side with it, it's probably going to be bomb no matter what. So anyway, oven baked barbecue pork chop with creamy green beans and mashed potatoes. Next meal, this is also new for the first time. This is the Heartland turkey meatloaf. Again, just wanted to get more meats. This one is with cheesy broccoli and chive cauli mashed potatoes. Perfect. I've gotten this one a lot. This is the savory sweet chicken teriyaki bowl. I love this. Again, another one of my, I've gotten this almost every single week. Alfredo, what? With broccoli and Parmesan cheese. It's good. Y'all know me, I'm a pasta girl. So if I think that it's pretty good, it's pretty good. And the linguine marinara and beef meatballs, also really, really good. I haven't cooked spaghetti and meatballs in a while because I'm like, well, I could just get this for lunch. And it's really good. It holds me over well. So what do we want for today? I kind of want the spaghetti and meatballs. Every time I'm kind of just like, I think that's what I want. So I'm gonna put this in the microwave. I showed you guys, yes, y'all, the couch, it's been sucking me in. I think like getting that fire stick, I mean, like last week I slept on the couch every single night because after I would study, I would finish my Anki, I would eat my dinner, and then I would lay on that couch and I was watching stuff on Amazon Prime. My mom gave me her Netflix account. So now I have Prime, Netflix, and Hulu. You guys know usually I only had access to like one streaming service at a time. So I'm like, oh no, this is not good. Like this is literally getting me in trouble. I may have to start a rule for myself to where I can only watch YouTube during the weekdays, and then on the weekends I can watch shows on streaming services. I hate to give myself restrictions like that, but sometimes it just helps with my discipline if I, in my mind, have rules. I don't know. Let me know if you guys are the same way. Do you give yourself rules, or do you feel like that's kind of like being mean to yourself? Anyway, I'm going to break down this box and then... Oh my, what was that? The bathroom door is open. I'm going to break down this box and then take it to the trash, and then I'm going to eat my lunch, and then... Ooh, then I have... Ooh, okay. Wait. I have another unboxing, and it's been waiting over there, but since I'm gonna take this, oh, okay, we have to unbox one more thing. Are you guys ready? This came at this point maybe like a week ago, and I was waiting to unbox it with you guys. There's no need for it as of yet, but I'm pretty sure I know what it is. What if it was something else? What if it was something from Amazon that I just completely didn't want to unbox? Welcome to your MCAT prep journey. What's in the box? These are my new MCAT books from Kaplan. Yay! And I mean, there are a lot of books in here. So these are, now I did not buy these myself. You guys know that I do have books from Princeton, but these are basically a part of my tuition. So we have all the books here: physics and math review, cars, organic chemistry, behavioral sciences, biology, general chemistry, and biochemistry review. They even gave us a note board booklet, which is really helpful with the pen. This is great because if you guys don't know, I think I talked about this in my MCAT video when I took it last year, or yeah, it was last year. I'm saying like 2 years ago because it's about to be on 2 years. Like, it's been a long time. Anyway, you get one of these booklets when you take the MCAT, and I always practice with a scrap sheet of paper, but I think just practicing with this would make it simulate the real thing when I do my full-length practice exams, which I'm going to do a lot of. So the good thing about receiving this Kaplan book set is that it comes with like digital access, so I will be using the books sometimes, maybe, I don't know. So I think as of right now, like I said, I've been kind of freaked. I actually talked to child. I hope I was recording. Okay, so basically, this is the last update of the video, but I wanted to include it in this video because I feel like it fits with the theme. So as we are moving towards the MCAT studying portion of this program, they do provide us with Kaplan access. Wow, then my battery is full. Not only do we have access to the physical books, which they just mailed us, but we also have access to the online Kaplan database. And this allows us to create our own MCAT prep program. Also allows us to do practice problems. So I haven't set up my account yet. I'll probably do that either this evening or maybe at the end of this week because I do have 3 quizzes this week. So I'm not really focused on the MCAT right now, but I talked to my mentor yesterday and we just talked about the resources that she used. That's actually what I wrote down here, my first journal entry. I talked about creating a tentative MCAT plan, creating a daily schedule with realistic times to complete tasks. I was trying to figure out how I was going to break down these tasks, but once I talked to her, she basically said that I should go through all of the Kaplan chapters. So if chapter 1 is on isomerases, then okay, I know that I'm going to go through isomerases. I'm going to go back to the integrative MCAT tutoring program that I was using before, and I'm going to watch her videos. Then I'm going to do practice problems from Kaplan. I was trying to decide if I wanted to use Khan Academy videos or her videos, but I do think that she does go in depth a lot, so I'm going to use hers, especially but mainly just for biochem and chem physics, because those are my weakest sections. And then I'm going to be doing full-length sections of cars. Yeah, I'm still working it out, but for right now, I'm in the process of figuring out how I'm going to narrow down my resources. And I reached out to a couple of M1s to compare their schedules, and somebody did send me like a 6-week breakdown of what they did every day for 6 weeks leading up to their January test date. So I'm basically going to use that same thing and create my own either on Excel or Google Calendar. I'll keep you guys updated when I do that. I also want to make sure that I'm scheduling time to rest, scheduling full-length practice tests, as well as scheduling review dates afterwards. Making sure, also this Kaplan stuff also comes with AAMC materials, so I receive all of their question banks and their practice exams as well. So I want to make sure that I'm scheduling the AAMC tests, like the full-length practice tests that I do, closer to my date, then also utilizing all of Kaplan's full-length exams and testing those weekly. So I have about 6 weeks to study. There's 4, if not 5 full-length AAMC practice exams, and then I'm sure there's at least like 4 for Kaplan. So most weeks I'll be doing 1 practice test, if not 2. Otherwise, I just need to figure out if I want to purchase the UWorld MCAT question bank. It is expensive, especially seeming as though I do have the Kaplan question bank. I feel like you world questions may be better, but Kaplan's are free. So it's like, as long as I get as many questions as possible, as though as long as I finish the question bank, that it'll be helpful. Since I've kind of already paid for and I have the Kaplan question bank, I think that I will use that. But we'll see. I actually just received a text message from one of the M1s in our group meet, and they are all going to hold like a Zoom session for us to have an MCAT Q&A session. I'm going to ask even more questions about what they use for their resources to prep for the MCAT, because I mean, it's just MCAT. Like, it's, I have to do well. If I don't get that MCAT, we already know. We know how the story ends. So I'm just going to try and make sure that I put my best foot forward. I'm using the right resources. I have the right plan. And again, like I always say, pray for the best, hope for the best, try my best, do my best. So I probably put that out of order, but you get the point. Okay, with that being said, you guys, today I'm going to go ahead and end this video. You get a gist of where I'm at right now in life, mentally and academically. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, because you want to be a part of this journey, don't you? We got things, we got medical schools to get into. Leave a comment down below and make sure to live each day to the fullest, because you only live once. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.